Happy Tuesday to everybody. I hope everybody has been having a great day so far, a fantastic week. This is a short week for a lot of us, so cheers to that, okay? Y'all won't see me after tomorrow, okay? I'm still debating if I'm going live tomorrow even, but we're gonna see, okay? We're gonna see what happens. I'm just gonna go with the flow, okay? But I might take an early day to just rest and just chill out, okay? Because that's just what I feel like doing. Lately, I just really have been feeling like relaxing, resting my energy. You know what I'm saying? Not doing too much. We went through the different seasons, last week? And we are approaching the rest and rejuvenation season. So if you're feeling like I'm feeling, if you have been, wanting to rest your energy as well, then it's normal. Don't think that you're being lazy. Don't think that you're being, out of touch with things or nothing like that. This is a normal time to want to get a little bit of rest, okay? Or to start that resting process, okay? I don't know what we're going to talk about today. We're just going to kind of tap in and see what's going on for the collective of everyone. There is something significant with the color red. I don't know yet what the significance is. But there's something significant with the color red, okay? I'm hearing that verse on Kendrick Lamar new song where he say something along the lines of like they bleeding but it's just paint to me or something like that. Something along the lines of that. Don't quote me. I don't know the actual verse yet. But it's something about like they're bleeding and it's just paint to me. So I feel like a lot of you guys are proving somebody wrong here. There could be some people that may have, this feels like a message I've done in the past. But there could be some people that may have been sending some of you guys some type of energy here. It doesn't feel positive. I'm going to start with that. This energy feels very like jealous type of energy, very deceitful type of energy, very, I just heard you don't know what you got. Somebody feel like you don't know what you got. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have anything on a materialistic level. This could be spiritual, right? But they're saying like they feel like you don't appreciate the things that you have. This could be the way you look. This could be your energy. This could be the way you walk, the way you talk, the people around you. It's bringing back to me when I was growing up, my mom used to always say, like, you got all that hair. You don't know what to do with it. You got all that hair. If I had that hair, I'll do wop, 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 wop. And I'm like, girl, no, you wouldn't. Okay, no, you wouldn't. Everybody say that shit. If I had hair like you, I would do this style and do that. No, the fuck you wouldn't. You'd be tired just like I am. Okay. But some people feel like if they had what you had, they would do better with it. Or they would do something more with it. Or they would take it to another place or something like that. And I feel like a lot of y'all are about to prove to them, or you are currently proving to them that they don't know what the fuck they talking about. Okay? Like, you couldn't walk in these motherfucking shoes if I took them off and put them on you, boo. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't do a day. You wouldn't last a second if we switch energy. If we switch vessels. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You wouldn't last a second. What you think you would do with what I got, you wouldn't do. Okay? You couldn't even handle the shit that I went through from the past, let alone the things that I'm going through currently, let alone the things that I'm going to be doing in the future. You couldn't handle it. People feel like they can handle what you got. They feel like they could do something better with it. For a lot of y'all, this could be very, I'm hearing the word vain. So this could be like very outside appearance type of thing. Like some people could just be hating on the way that you look from the outside. You know what I'm saying? As far as your physical features, they feel like they should have had something like that. They should look something like you. Okay, this is very, very weird energy. I don't think that this will be what we'll be talking about today. But somebody feels like they can do better with your looks than you do. They can do better with your energy than you can. And it's like, not really. You really couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I am who I am, and I got what I got because I am who I am type shit. Let's see. Give me more on this, spirit. Let's clarify this up, because what the fuck going on? For some of y'all, this could be a cousin, because I just heard cousin. And Tupac voice from Poetic Justice. Cousin. Or this is somebody who act like they fuck with you type energy. Like they act like we family. This would definitely be family. Or again, somebody who just act like they, y'all so close and y'all so tapped and tuned in with each other, whatever the case is, for their hater. Okay. Ace of Wands coming out. So this is definitely talking about who you are within yourself, within your being, the energy that you possess, the person that you are. Okay, I'm hearing the essence of you. All right, this is the essence. Your essence speaks volumes. Okay, and certain people feel like, yeah, look at this. 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. They're just watching you just be amazing, and they don't fucking like that. 10 of Cups is right here too. They just watching you. A lot of these people about to watch you really have everything that you've been wanting, and this is going to make them even madder. This is about to make it a hell of a lot worse. It's like, bitch, if you mad now, you about to be sick. I mean, sick to the stomach. Do you hear me? You're about to vomit. If you feel some type of way already, it's about to get real crazy around this motherfucker. We talked yesterday about how a lot of the chosen ones are about to walk into a whole new life, a whole new energy of abundance, right? So with that being said, like we said yesterday, there's a lot of people who's not going to like the fact that you're getting what you're getting. But they're going to have to be forced to take a step back and watch from the sidelines. Watching you receive everything that you want. This could be somebody who may have helped you in the past, or you could have been on the same level as them in the past. Energetically, like where your life was, maybe y'all was both at the same point in your life, or y'all shared some type of common experience from y'all past. Maybe y'all went through the same types of things or something. Something along those lines. Y'all share something here, or used to share something here. And you're not that person anymore. 3 of Swords. You're just not that person anymore. You've elevated, you've evolved, you've become a whole different person, a whole different being. And now you're being set up amongst those who have a name. Okay, I'm hearing name brand. I'm also hearing household name. You know what I'm saying? So some of y'all are being set up to be for your name to be spoken in many different places, many different rooms. A lot of people are going to be seeing you guys. I just heard all eyes on you. Okay? This energy is very, very strange. For some of y'all, this person is watching you even when you don't know that they're watching you. Okay? Y'all got some people tuned the fuck in to everything that you do, especially if you find yourself posting more. Yeah, look at this. The star card was trying to come out. Oh, no, this is the moon. Yeah, exactly. Knight of Pentacles and the moon. Some of these people are watching you, especially if you've been, like I said, posting more, putting yourself out there more, going out more, dressing up more. Some of y'all are in y'all bag when it comes to dressing up, taking pictures, just feeling more Spirit is saying sensual, and always, and also feeling more in tune with, if you're divine feminine, with your divine feminine, if you're divine masculine, with your divine masculine, right? So some of you guys could be kind of showing off a little bit more of who you are, right? And not in a cocky type of, way, but more so in a self-love way. It's like a lot of y'all are admiring yourself out loud. And I love that for you. Yes, I'm on YouTube. Link is in the bio. A lot of y'all are most definitely loving yourself more unapologetically, more out loud, more in whoever's face. You know what I'm saying? You don't really care about it. Boundaries are stepping up as well. And a lot of people are mad because they can't get as close to you as they used to. Okay? Page of Cups. A lot of y'all are finding joy and happiness within yourself. You're like, I know who I am, and I may not know all of who I am, but I have enough information for me to take it the farthest. You know what I'm saying? For me to tap in and do what I need to do until I get more information, and then I'm gonna do more. It's like with what I have right now, I'm gonna take it there. It is what it is. Period. I'm gonna post myself. I'm gonna, not necessarily gloat about yourself. Some people can feel like you're gloating. Stop telling people. Some of y'all need to stop telling certain people how good you feel right now, or how good things are working out for you, or certain shit like that. Because some people feel like y'all gloating, and they can't take it as, like, they don't know how to be happy for you. They're not in a space where they can really be happy for you and what you have going on, because they may not be in that same space as you. So because of that, they don't like that you're there and they're not, type of thing. And I really hate that, because it's like, what's the purpose of being so upset and angry? What the fuck? For some of y'all, this is family. For some of y'all, this could be an ex. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who thought once y'all broke up or released each other that you was going to be down bad or something. Somebody did not expect for you to be where you are right now. I'm going to tell you that. I'm hearing, especially if you were like the black sheep in your friend group or in your family, a lot of people never really expect for you to pop your shit the way you doing it. It's like, that person always was quiet. That person always, was low-key. That person always was, chill and this and that and whatever. And it's like you have made a complete 180 in regards to how you act and what you be talking about and what you be doing and how you be moving, especially when it comes to yourself. Okay, I just heard, I don't play about me. And I love that, because you shouldn't. You shouldn't play about you. You shouldn't allow anybody to come into your space and interrupt anything that you've built for yourself. Period. Again, going back to boundaries. I feel like y'all boundaries have taken a turn for the better. Boundaries are being established even more in places that maybe you didn't have them at first. Some of your boundaries are now becoming non-negotiables, meaning the things that you used to give second, third, fourth chances for, it's a wrap on that. It's like you got one time to show me a certain thing. You got one time to do a certain thing. You got one time to act a certain way, and it is a wrap. It's over for all of that bullshit. The fuck? Not playing. It's not a game. I'm hearing that song, come on now. 10 of Pentacles. I was hearing I'll Go If I Have to Go By Myself, that gospel song. Like, a lot of y'all are not afraid to do things on your own. And this is why a lot of y'all are about to walk into this abundance. Some of you may have gotten like a little glimpse of how good things can get. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, there's still room left for like a surprise almost. There's still room left for you to be knocked off of your feet. There's still more to come. So if you feel like you start receiving certain things, that's good. But understand that that's just the appetizer to what is developing behind closed doors and behind the scenes. A lot of y'all about to walk into some crazy shit. I'm hearing pinch me because I gotta be dreaming. It's like, no, babes, you're wide awake. Your reality, yeah, 9 of Cups. And this is all because of the things that you guys have been doing behind closed doors. Like, it's giving very, like, witchy vibes where you take, like, a cauldron and it's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like, how she kind of, you know what I'm saying, working that magic. I feel like a lot of y'all have been doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, taking that out, stirring this up, adding some more of this, adding some more of that to get the perfect recipe for success, to get you in the perfect energy for you to have these things that you deserve, because you absolutely deserve it. Like, that's not even the question here. If you have been doing your work, now, if you know you ain't been doing your work, this reading is not for you. Be real with yourself. Don't be like, okay, I'm expecting abundance, and you know you ain't did shit. This is for the people who know that they've been doing their motherfucking work. You know that you've been breaking your neck and breaking your back to get this shit done and to become this new person. Freeing yourself from old things. The devil and the Eight of Swords. Right? A lot of y'all broke yourselves free from the things that was holding you back. And I'm also hearing a lot of y'all have left that victim mentality behind. It's a powerful thing to know that you were once in a place where you were the victim all the time, or try to make yourself the victim all the time, and then you finally level up to accountability. That's such a powerful place to be in. And a lot of you guys have made that change where you're like, you know what? I'm not the motherfucking victim. I put myself in these situations. I did a lot of this to myself. Ain't no way that I'm going to sit here and continue to try to point the finger at people, places, and things. You know what I'm saying? When I know that I put myself here. And the beautiful thing about understanding where you put yourself is understanding that you can take yourself back out of that and put yourself somewhere else. So you're actually understanding your power from a different perspective. It's like, oh, if I put myself into some bullshit, I can free myself from the bullshit and then put myself into some new shit, some better shit that's better for me. A lot of people don't understand the power of accountability. That's one of the most powerful energies to be in, is when you're accountable. And then that adds to self-awareness. Like, a lot of y'all are becoming a lot more self-aware. You know when your energy is off. You know when certain things are, you know, not what they're supposed to be. You know when you've done certain things that are not right, or you've been in certain energies that you shouldn't be in, or, you know, you are spreading negativity. You know what I'm saying? To understand your part in all of this and to be self-aware of yourself every moment is so important, because there's a lot of people out here who are not self-aware. They do shit and they have no clue that they're doing it, or they do shit and they know that they're doing it, but they don't have the accountability to speak on it or to acknowledge it or to accept that they're wrong. And a lot of y'all have come out and transitioned out of that energy where you're not just sitting back and just doing wild shit and thinking that, yeah, look, high for energy. Studying and growing. You're not just sitting back anymore and just doing the craziest things, and then when somebody tries to hold you accountable, you're like, what? I don't know what happened. What are you talking about? Or you find a way to flip it. See, that's what I was good at. I was good at flipping shit. You know what I'm saying? I could know that I was wrong. I've always had self-awareness. But I could know I was wrong and just don't want to be wrong. And I know how to flip that motherfucker and make you question if you was right. Now you questioning yourself. I was really good at that. But accountability and self-awareness, you know, through that I learned, like, that's not cute. You know what I'm saying? Being accountable, understanding what you do, understanding the energy that you've been putting out is more important than anything, right? And again, there's power in that. And a lot of y'all are understanding that. I also see a lot of y'all just falling back from a lot of old shit. This could be a lot of old habits as well. Old things that you used to do, old ways that you used to be, old energies that you used to be in, so on and so forth. Like a lot of y'all are falling back from these habits that just don't work for you. Like finally putting your foot down. And this is not an easy thing. When you're in a active habit and then you just go cold turkey, that shit is hard as fuck. That shit is difficult. Especially, you know what I'm saying, if you've had years or months, you know, with this habit. For you to just cut that shit off and do something else, or even build yourself up to a new environment or a new place or whatever the case is so, so, so important. In this energy to have compassion for yourself and understanding, because it's so difficult to break something, especially a habit that you have been conditioned to live with, things that you've been conditioned to do, things that are part of your norm, right? That's why compassion and self-love is so important, because in those moments where you want to beat yourself up or be hard on yourself, you need to be understanding of the fact, like, babe, we're doing something completely new. We ain't never did this shit before. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never cut that motherfucker off before. I ain't never stood up for myself before. I ain't never implement these types of boundaries before. I've never been in a space of accountability and self-awareness before. Like, whatever it may be for you, to cut that shit off and to try to do something new is such a big deal. And that's how you should carry shit. You should carry it like it's a big deal. Because it is. Right? But you also want to be compassionate and understanding to yourself, understanding that this is a process. So sometimes you will slip and go back to that thing. Sometimes you will have that moment of weakness and kind of double back a little bit. But what is the response after that? Do you continue to just double back to the point where you back in the habit? Or do you hold yourself accountable, make whatever necessary changes you need to make, and keep it pushing? That's what matters. I tell you all the time, spirituality doesn't change your experiences, because you are supposed to experience whatever you're supposed to experience. But it does change your response to the things you experience. Life is going life, but how are you responding to it? That's the difference between a person who's living a regular life and a spiritual being. Because life's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Life is going life for people who tap in every day and do whatever they're supposed to do spiritually, and then those who don't. So the responses is the only thing that separates you from those people. How are you responding? And I feel like a lot of y'all responses are different. Like we talked about yesterday, certain things just don't need to be responded to. Certain things you just can kind of skip over. Like, it is what it is. It really doesn't matter. Spirit is also saying there could be some people around you who knew your potential this whole time and tried to hide it from you. This is taking me back to a dream that I had last night. And in a specific dream, me and my family was apparently on some type of vacation or something. And I had these products that I was using apparently on my face or something, like facial products, like soap and cleanser or something like that. And a person in my family, I'm not going to say who, was trying to hide them from me. And I'm like, what? Why the fuck is they hiding it from me? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is you trying to hide shit from? Like, from me for? Like, what? I don't get it. Then it transformed to another part of the dream where I was trying to get into like this pool area of the hotel that we were staying at. And they were like, when I got there, they let all my family in there. But when I got there, they was like, no, you can't get in. I'm like, why? They're like, because you owe money for something. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Like, it's a free pool. Everybody done walked in this bitch. Like they were just making up reasons of why I couldn't enter the pool area. And it was just me, right? And I found that so strange. And when I woke up, Spirit was saying that there are certain people that, again, want to hide things from you, but also keep you out of certain places because of who you are, right? It has nothing to do with the space itself or the environment itself. It's about who you are and what you possess. And some people just don't want to see you get to those places. So they'll make up any fucking thing. Some people don't like you and they don't know why. They'll just make up some shit. Some people don't fuck with you and they don't know why. They just make up some shit. Okay? So just be very cautious, again, with your energy when it comes to who you are and who you are around. You know what I'm saying? For some of you guys, your mothers may have known who you was at a very, very young age or at an earlier part of your life, and they tried to distract you from it or keep you from it. Some of y'all got a lot of hating ass energy in y'all families, like on some real shit. These people don't want to see you have success. They don't want to see you doing better than them. It's like you can have success, but you just can't have more success than them. There could also be some people who may have wanted to have success in the same area that you will have success in or that you're currently having success in. And they don't like that shit. Okay? Going back to the beginning of the reading, they feel like it should have been them or they should have what you have. You can be younger than these people, or something along those lines. Okay? Because I'm hearing hierarchy. So you can be younger than them or something along those lines, whatever it may be. But for whatever reason, they don't want you to have the things that you currently have and what you're walking into. A lot of people see us as who we truly are before we see ourselves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we're blinded to our own identity based on the traumas that we've experienced. But from the outside looking in, a lot of people can see who we can become. You know what I'm saying? How far we can really take it. Like they can see it, right? Yeah, world card. They can see that you can have any motherfucking thing you want and you can take it the furthest if you decide to. And a lot of people don't want you to see that part of yourself because, again, it will diminish who they feel like they should be in your life. For example, my mother is a pastor. Everybody knows that. And y'all know I'm an open book when it comes to shit like this because what the fuck? People just be wanting to know, like, it happens to everybody. But my mother was so against me doing what I do because it was from a spiritual perspective and not a Christian perspective. And when I started to get a lot of viewers and likes and success and financial, blessings and abundance and prosperity and all of that, doing what I do, my mother purchased one of my books and put it on her altar. I talked about this before at her church, right? Black people don't believe in spirituality, but then they got altars at church. It makes no sense, but whatever. That's another conversation for another day. And she put on her altar and she told me, like, yeah, I have your book on my altar so that you can eventually come back to the church. I said, babe, that's spell work. Why the fuck would you do some shit like that? That's a whole ass spell. You know what I'm saying? Like, for somebody who say what I do is demonic and goes against the Bible, you are doing a whole ass motherfucking spell on me by putting my shit on your altar and then setting an intention that it's going to bring me back to the Lord. Girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? And I had to return to sender a lot of that energy. But a lot of people can see where you're going and they're going to find ways to try to knock you back down or to try to, quote unquote, humble you or to try to bring you back into a realm where they can control you and control the narrative, right? And it's so weird. You know what I'm saying? I love my mother to death. That's my boo thing. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of, I don't want to say animosity because that's not the word. But there's a lot of hidden feelings and emotions, or what she thinks is hidden feelings and emotions that I can feel at certain times because of where I am with what I do and because of where she is with what she does, right? Feeling like I shouldn't necessarily, in so many words, be in a position that I am, right? I should be a little lower. But in reality, when it comes to spiritual ranking, I'm a lot higher. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain people who feel like they know what's best for you based on who they are in your life and based on who they feel like they are in their individual lives. And because my mother's a pastor, you know, you can't tell them people nothing. Because it's always God said, God said, God said, God said. And really it's just them saying it in their head. That's another story for another day. So that's kind of like what the energy is reminding me of. Like some of your parents or those who raised you or those who, you know what I'm saying, are in a higher position than you are, right? Quote unquote, in their head. They feel like you should be where they want you to be. You know what I'm saying? They feel like you should be doing certain things that they feel comfortable with you doing. Not really going beyond that and taking it to the next level and living in your truth, but more so living in whatever truth they feel like you should have, right? And this is why, you know, it's not coincidental that a lot of you guys are separating from these quote-unquote family members or these people in your life, because a lot of the energy that they're sending you is not good for where you're going and where you are. If anything, it's almost like somebody trying to humble you or somebody trying to, again, control or manipulate you or to just make sure that you never get further than they've gotten type shit. You know what I'm saying? If you talk to my mama, she's like, I want my kids to go and do more than I've done with my life and whoop, 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 whoop. But it's like your energy is saying something different sometimes, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? Well, sometimes your energy is not saying that you want me to do better than you. Sometimes your energy is saying that you're the best and you want me to come second. You know? So there can be a conflict in this person's actions and their words versus the energy that they're giving. You know what I'm saying? The energy that they're giving is way different than how they're presenting themselves to you. And that's where it could have been a little confusing. That's why I may have taken y'all some time to identify where the shit was coming from. Because I had to stop telling my mama certain things that I was working on. Because I knew how I started to pick up on like, oh, you don't want this to work out. You don't want me to have successful spiritual books or content or whatever, because it goes against your belief system and it goes against what you think I should be doing. So I'm not telling you about that. And I used to feel some type of way. I would put shit out and tell my mother, hey, Mom, can you promote this? Can you share this link? And she's like, I can't do that. I can't do that. But my brothers who are still in the church, she'll promote the shit out of whatever they got going on. And it was just a mental note for me, like, okay, now I got to categorize you. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to put you in a certain box. If you wasn't my mother, I would cut you off completely. But you're my mom. You know what I'm saying? You're my mother. So I want to try to maintain some type of relationship here. But if you wasn't my mother, you would be gone. ASAP Rocky. Do you hear me? You'll be so gone. You'll be past gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that type of thing. And that's just what works for me. You know what I'm saying? Some people, you might need to cut your mama off. I've cut her off before. We've gotten back to a cool place where shit is cool. If you feel like that's what you need to do to take it there, listen, take it there. I'm the biggest advocate for getting rid of unhealthy family relationships, regardless of who the fuck they are. You know what I'm saying? Me and my mom, we got back cool. But trust me, she was cut off for a little minute. Okay? So, again, figuring out what works for you, figuring out what your boundaries are based on the energy that you're receiving. And again, sometimes in the moment, that shit may not make sense to you why you feel the way you feel when you are around certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be like, damn, growing up, I was like, damn, why my mother don't fuck with me? You know what I'm saying? Why she treat my brothers like this but then treat me like this? Why when I do X, Y, and Z, I get all of this, but when they do the same shit or do something worse, nothing is said. They could just, live, laugh, love, and no accountability, no nothing, you know what I'm saying? They can just walk around and just do whatever the fuck they want. But let me do something, you know what I'm saying? She's on my ass like white on rice. I just didn't understand it until I started my healing journey. And Spirit said, you are being taken further than them. And they can see the trajectory of where the fuck you going. That's why I said before, a lot of people can see where you are headed based on how they can see you. We be blinded to who we are because we went through whatever we went through. We've been traumatized by whatever we've been traumatized by. And it kind of blinds us to seeing our full potential. Because we're always going to be the hardest on ourselves than other people are to us. Right? So I didn't see all of that shit. But them people did. They was already peeping. Oh, she's going to go far. She got the energy, the enthusiasm, the intellect. You know what I'm saying? All of the things, the aura, whatever you want to call it. She got all of that. Oh, she's going to go far. Right? And then people can see it. So they start to try to do their best to control the narrative. So that, again, you don't get too far past them. That's some people's only mission in life is to make sure you don't get too far past them. Making sure you stay in a comfortable position for them and you don't, you know what I'm saying, make them uncomfortable. Because this is the thing too. Thank you, Spirit. Because you may be so close to these people, or because you've been so, you've been in these people's environment or they've been in your environment, right? A lot of them feel like you don't deserve what you have. You know what I'm saying? They don't feel like you deserve to have what you have. This is going back to the beginning of the reading. They feel like you don't deserve all of that. It's like, who the fuck do they think they are? You know what I'm saying? That they can get this and that they can get that. And they can get this and they can get that. And they can do this and they can do that. Like, who the fuck do they think that they are? And you are not paying attention to it because a lot of y'all are coming from a very meek and humble type of energy. You know what I'm saying? You could have been popped your shit like you doing now or like you're about to do. But you didn't. Because maybe you was already going through some type of internal fight with yourself, right? Or you just weren't as confident as you are now or as you're becoming. Or you just wasn't as in tune with yourself as you are now or as you're becoming. So you wasn't really paying attention to that shit. But a lot of people feel like, this motherfucker don't deserve to look like that or to be like that or to sound like that or to talk like that or to attract the people that they attract or to be in the environments that they're in or whatever the case is. They don't deserve that. I deserve it. I deserve it. You know? And they'll try to mask how they feel in different ways. Paying attention to people's words more, paying attention to people's energy more, you know what I'm saying? Those nice, nasty type of compliments, it's like, what do you mean by that? The fuck? Well, like, you know what I'm saying? Just really peeping the shit that people be saying a lot more than you did before. And understanding, like, you didn't mean that with good intentions. You didn't say that to me because you wanted to actually congratulate me or to big up me or to, whatever. You said the shit that you said the way you said it because you really don't like the fact that I have what I have and that I am where I am. And it's starting to become very clear. Spirit is allowing you guys to see and to feel exactly what the fuck is going on with these people. Period. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. For some of y'all, you are about to do way more than anybody in the history of your family dynamic. We did a reading on this before. This was maybe 2-3 weeks ago. All the readings that I've done, all the messages that I've channeled are on YouTube for those who want to go back and look. But a lot of y'all are about to be living a whole different reality than the people in your life have ever imagined. You're about to walk into something. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Come on now. And the Sun. This is a huge change, especially when it comes to your stability, especially when it comes to what you see as abundance and prosperity, because abundance and prosperity is not always financial, right? It can be, but it's not always financial, right? So a lot of y'all are taking this shit to a different level when it comes to your family dynamic. You are the first in your family to wake some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Some things could have been lying dormant for lifetimes, and the people in your family have never seen it with their own eyes, right? But of course, that energy has to be somewhere in your bloodline if you coming back to wake that shit the fuck up. So some of y'all are coming to restore certain things that have been lost in your bloodline for a very long time. And a lot of these people don't like the fact that it's you. They don't like it. So they're going to have a problem with your methods. They're going to have a problem with the way that you do it. They're going to have a problem with the way that you see it. They're going to have a problem with the actions that you take towards it. Like, they're just going to have a problem with any and everything that you do, because obviously you were chosen to take this on and they weren't. You were chosen to be set up and they weren't. You know what I'm saying? You was chosen to get the recognition and the accolades and to be the person to spearhead this whole transition, and they weren't. And a lot of people don't fuck with that. They don't like that. I mean, just as simple as that. They don't like the fact that it's you and not them. I'm hearing them say, what do they have that I don't? I just heard that clear as day. What do they have that I don't have? Or who do they think they are? For some reason, people think just because you share blood that y'all the same motherfuckers and y'all gonna have the same experiences. And I don't understand that. It's like, us sharing blood just mean we all got similar contacts. That's it. It don't mean that I'm gonna live a life like you and you gonna live a life like me. And it don't mean none of that bullshit, you know? And a lot of these people feel like, again, I'm hearing they may be older than you. So this could be older cousins, older siblings, mom, dad, auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, something like that. So it's like, I should have been the first one to do this. I should have been the first one to have this. I should have been the first one to have that. Or there's somebody who could be more money motivated or just not focused on the things that you're focused on. And because y'all focus on two different things, you're excelling at a higher level than they are, because of whatever they're focusing on is not a healthy thing to focus on. It's not anything that's actually important. And I've been telling y'all, if you've been tapped in with me since 2020, 2019, we've been talking about how what wealth is and what luxury is and what abundance is changing. You know what I'm saying? So having a spiritual relationship, that's more so what wealth is now. Knowing who you are, that's more so what wealth is now. Being in tune with yourself, that's more so what wealth is now, right? So because a lot of what wealth is and prosperity is and abundance is changing, those people in your family who have been focused on certain things, they're not elevating the way that you are, because your focus is more spiritual based than it is materialistic. I hope that makes sense. So a lot of them are not, maybe before they could have been like the person in the family that was winning, or this can even be your friend group. When I say family, this could be your friends or people who you've been close to, your circle, whatever. Before, maybe this person was on top because of materialistic things. But now you're on top because of energy. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that some of you guys won't see financial abundance, because you will. You absolutely will, right? But it's so much more than that. You're going to be getting so much more than that. And you're on a whole nother level because you're aiming at spiritual relationship with self more than you're aiming at money and cars and clothes and the hoes, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all aiming for two different things. And you're getting more success because what you're aiming for is also aiming for you. What you're going after is also running towards you at the same time. So there's going to be a lot of divine timing, a lot of divine alignment happening. Yeah, High Priestess. Baby, you've been working. I'm talking about heavy spiritual work. Heavy spiritual work. Some of y'all don't even realize how much work you've actually done. And how much you've actually grown. And how much you've actually transitioned. Like, some of y'all need to kind of take a step back and kind of reflect. Because you're going to surprise yourself when you kind of look back at certain things. Like the other day, I went through my Instagram archives. And I was just looking at shit. This is maybe like last week or the week before that, something like that. And I was just looking. I'm just like, damn. You know, in 2017, I was this way. In 2015, I was this way. In 2013, I was this way. And this year, I was acting like this. And I was doing this. And I was doing that. And it just shocked the hell out of me. Like, girl, what the fuck was you thinking? Was you actually on this type of shit? It's like, yes, I was. And that's so crazy to me now. Because a lot of those things I would never consider. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't even be a thought in my brain at this point in my life. And that's, you know, it's so important to go back and reflect. That's one thing I love about those memories that pop up on social media. Because it gives you a little moment to see where you were and how you have advanced past that time and how you've stepped into this new energy. And it's just a powerful thing to, you know, recognize and to understand about yourself. Especially when you've been working your ass off and doing a lot of things behind closed doors. See, these people, even though they're in your circle, for some of you guys, they didn't see all the work that you was doing. Because a lot of this shit was literally behind closed doors. You within your own energy. Yeah, Ace of Cups. This has been all about you, all about your growth, all about what you need to work on, all about what wasn't going right in your life, all about the changes that you had to make and needed to make. This has been a very selfish time for you, and I love that. I love it. Yeah. Very selfish, and I think that that's the best recipe for success right now. It's like, I'm only focused on me. I'm only focused on me. I'm only focused on the thing that makes me happy. I'm only focused on the people who bring me peace or add to my peace, right? Because a lot of y'all have finally established peace for yourself, right? So it's like, I'm only focusing on that. If it don't have nothing to do with that, it don't have nothing to do with me. Period. And because of that, you defeated yourself. And Spirit is about to give you abundance, prosperity, the things that you've asked for, the things that you've been wanting. Okay? Some of y'all thought that these things would not be possible or come as quickly as they are or be possible, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, some shit you just think about, like, oh, I would love if this happened. I would love if that happened. I would love if I can experience this, if I can go here, if I could be around this person and do this thing and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of them thoughts that you just kind of think and then you just kind of like move past this. Like, oh, this will be dope. And then you kind of just get over it, right? A lot of that stuff is going to start happening. Seriously. Yeah. Moon coming out. This is very private is what I'm hearing. Like, this is a very private type of thing. This is a very personal thing. This is a very, like, if you know type of thing, but with yourself. Like, a lot of the abundance that you get is going to mean so much to you, and other people may not understand why it means so much. They may not understand why you are sobbing of joy and happiness. You know what I'm saying? They may not understand why you are so happy about certain things or why you are so turned up because you're experiencing certain things or you're so grateful over certain things. It may not look like much to them, or it may not look like it's that serious to act the way that you may act when you get these things. But because you've been on a very private journey, and because a lot of things you've said to yourself and you've shared with your spirit team, you know, when those things come to you and those things finally happen, it hit on a whole different level. It hits on a whole different level, because it's like, damn, I didn't share this shit with nobody. I didn't tell nobody about this. Nobody knew that I wanted these things, or it was just something that I thought of, or it was just something that I would daydream about. Like, what's coming in is very personal. I just heard tailor-made. Like, it's very tailor-made to who you are and what you want for yourself and for your life. And it's going to mean so much to you because of that. Like, if somebody else may have gotten this, they probably wouldn't be as grateful as you are. You know what I'm saying? They probably wouldn't be as excited or as thankful as you may be, no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? Or they won't appreciate it in the way that you appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get like a random $10,000, but everybody's going to appreciate it differently. Some people may be like, oh, that's just 10 grand. You know, some people may just be like, you know, oh my gosh, I've never had this much money in my life at one time. Oh my God, I'm just so happy. Right? And some people may just be in awe and be amazed because it's something that they manifested and didn't really put too much thought into it. And it's just a shock factor. It just depends on who you are. But your response to whatever you get, not to say that it's just going to be money, right? I'm trying to break y'all out of this financial bind that y'all been in, because y'all think everything's supposed to be about money, and it's not, right? So not saying that it's just going to be money, right? And the reason I want to break y'all out of that is because there's so many more things that we receive that is so abundant, but we can't see it because we're focused on money. Right? So a lot of things that you may be receiving could be on the spiritual side of things. It could be on the material side of things. Regardless of what side it's on, it's all spiritually based. It's based on the work that you've done spiritually. It's based on, you know, how you've been grinding, how you have been healing, how you have been striving to be better, right? I just heard a push gift. Okay, this is almost like a push gift, like how a woman who's carried a baby for a man will, you know, that man will give her a gift when she finally has that baby. It's like a lot of you guys have been going through certain things and have been carrying a lot of stuff and have been doing a lot of things, and this is almost like your push gift. This is like your spirit team's way, or the universe's way of congratulating you or thanking you for what you have done, the work that you've done, and the way that you've pushed through a lot of these things that you've gone through. For a lot of these people, you know what I'm saying, they should be honestly very grateful for you, because of all that you have done is going to benefit your bloodline. It's not just about you. Look at this. What'd I just say? It came out with the Queen of Cups. You can't make this shit up. OMG. But yeah. Wow. A lot of these people don't understand that the work that you're doing for yourself is actually going to benefit them. Especially if this is your family dynamic. Yeah, the Magician, babe. You are in a manifesting energy. A lot of y'all are in a very high vibrational manifesting energy. Yeah, star card at the bottom. 5 of Wands. Y'all been doing a lot of work. And it's kind of like, damn, I'm doing all of this work on myself. And through myself, I'm healing generational things. Right? That's going to positively affect the generation to come, or the generation that some of you guys have already birthed, right? And it's like the people who hate on you don't even understand it. They can't even tap in to see how this is affecting everybody. You know what I'm saying? How this is bringing everybody to a different level if they just tap in. You know what I'm saying? If they just tap in a little bit and understand it from a different perspective. It's like, babe, this is not me trying to be better than you, or, you know, me, you know, trying to one up you or nothing like that. Like, I'm sacrificing myself for the greater good to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? It's a healthy sacrifice. But nonetheless, I'm sacrificing myself. That star card had to come right on out. I'm sacrificing myself for the greater good. And because I'm doing all of this work, you think Spirit not about to give me something? You think I'm not about to get nothing? You think I'm not about to be rewarded for my hard motherfucking work? You are tripping. You think the universe not going to look out? You think my ancestors and spirit team is not going to look out for me after all this shit that I've been working through? And I think a lot of you guys have been focused so much on the mistakes that you've made on the journey rather than seeing how many things you've done right and how many things you've corrected and how much better you've become. It's like, obviously, you know, certain mistakes will be made. Obviously, you may do certain things that, you know, probably are not the best for you to do. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, sometimes you may not take the right steps or turn down the wrong street or go down the wrong path, right? But it's all about the things that you have done. It's all about the ways that you have turned those things around. Because even if you went down the wrong road, you know, momentarily, you didn't stay down that wrong road. And that's what's important. Again, the response to the situation is what's more important than the actual situation itself. And because a lot of you guys have changed your responses, yeah, you may misstep, but you learn from it, you grow from it, and you do something different. You act differently. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you may take a couple steps back, but you peep it and you realize it, and you have self-awareness and accountability, and you get them steps back plus some more. So a lot of y'all got to get out of this energy of being so hard on yourself and focusing so much on what you're not doing right, because that's only going to bring you down energetically. That's only going to put you in this perfection type of mentality, and there is no perfection does not exist for a reason. Nothing is supposed to be perfect. Who would learn if everything was perfect? How would we excel if everything was perfect? What would be the purpose of all of this if everything was fucking perfect? Like, it would be no reason, right? How would we advance? How would we grow, right? If I go in the gym and I keep benching the same weight, my muscles are going to be stagnant. They're not going to grow any more past that. I got to add some more weight to that. If I've been benching 100 for the last 2 months, I need to go up to 150 or 110 or 130 or 140. You know what I'm saying? I can't stay at the same level and expect growth. That's not how that works. So, of course, when you are on a different level, you're not going to do everything perfectly. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Of course, when you are transitioning to a new period or a new energy or a new environment, everything is not going to go smoothly. That's okay. It's not supposed to all the time. Sometimes you may have those really, really smooth transitions, and sometimes it's going to be a little bumpy on this ride. But you're learning something from the bumpiness. You're learning something from the challenges. There's always something to gain, something to grasp, something to understand when you see it from that perspective. You can see the value in why certain things got a little rocky, got a little bumpy. You can be like, oh, okay, now I see why Spirit had to, make that a little challenging for me. If I play a game at easy level the whole time, am I really advancing myself? No. I got to go from easy to intermediate to hard to tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always another level to better you and to put you more in alignment with who you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing and the energy that you're supposed to be in. And a lot of you guys are at the brink, at the door, standing in front of the door of this next level. And a lot of people don't feel like you deserve to be there. So you need to prove to yourself that you deserve to be there. And it doesn't mean you prove to yourself you know, you deserve it by being perfect. No, you prove it to yourself by being you. You are the key to all of this shit. You are the remedy to all of this shit. Only you being you, you tapping into who you are, right? You being unapologetic in who you are. That is the key to making this shit pop the way that it's supposed to making this shit go the way that it's supposed to. Y'all gotta understand that. You gotta be able to see that. Because if you don't, it's gonna get a little funny, honey. Alright. That one felt short and sweet. Hopefully that resonated. I am still doing specials for Thanksgiving and the holiday season. For those who are interested, I have mentorship specials. I have consultation specials, advice calls, advice readings, 10-card reading specials for a number of different topics to choose from. I have a buy one, get one free mentorship special. You get a 4-week mentorship as well as a 10-minute reading. Buy one, get one free. The reading is free. You buy the mentorship. Couple different things going on. If you're interested, use the box below. Shoot me the words info, and I'll send you all of the information that I have on all of the readings, all of the specials that I have going right now. Okay. I don't know how long I'm gonna be doing these specials. I usually do them until Spirit tells me that's enough. Go back to regular prices. So if you want to get a discounted price, this is the time to tap in. There are also some other services available on my website for those who want to check it out. I do have payment plan options at checkout for those who, you know, can't pay in full right now. So definitely check that out as well. Books that I've written for shadow work, for Black women, for 2024, mastering the year and understanding astrology and all of those good things. A lot of that shit is on there. Okay. What else? Let's see. Okay. What else? That's about it. This will be posted tomorrow rising on YouTube, so definitely make sure that you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know when this video is live. Again, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to go live tomorrow night. We shall see. I'm going to go with the flow, the energy, and, you know, if I'm led to do it, then I will do it. If y'all don't see me, then, you know, because obviously I wasn't led to do it. But I just want to give y'all a heads up so you don't be, you know, looking for me too long if you don't see a video. All right? Have an amazing holiday if I don't see you guys for the rest of the week. If I don't, y'all will definitely see me back here, same time, same place on Monday. If I do go live before then of course you'll see me before then. All right, light and love to everybody. Again, I hope that these messages resonated for you. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. And yeah, I'll see y'all when I see y'all. All right, peace.